Hello, America. What's up, LA? Thanks for joining me. Court is back in session with your guy, Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. Make sure you do me a huge favor and support the channel by hitting the subscribe button. If you're watching on TikTok, click follow for great sports content. Talk about an awesome hockey game. That was playoff hockey. That was playoff hockey, man. That was one hell of a game. That was a game last night. I'm still buzzing from that game. The energy at Crypto was electric. The LA Kings take game one in a thriller over the Edmonton Oilers by a score of 6-5 on Monday night as Philip Danault scores in the final minute. Thank goodness for him. Thank goodness for him, man. That was a damn heroic goal late. I like the way they handled it, responded, even when it looked as if the Oilers were going to come back and steal game one away from them. The Kings stayed with it, stand the course. Last night, I nearly had a panic attack thinking the Oilers were getting ready to force overtime. Connor McDavid ties it up after the Oilers were down 4-0. They're back in it. I don't know what's going on suddenly. Just a crazy, wild game, a crazy turn of events. Edmonton comes back, makes it a game. Okay, fine. You can live with that. We have the Kings striking back with a timely goal before the end of regulation. They win the game in dramatic fashion. Oilers Kings had enough wildness for an entire playoff series in one game. Again, a bit nerve-wracking, a bit of a scare, but the Kings turned away a late push from the Oilers and now control the series with a 1-0 lead. Not sure you could have scripted it any better. You cannot make this stuff up. You just can't. You can't make this up. You really can't. Not even Hollywood could script this better. This series will have it all. It's going to develop into a real battle indeed. It went from a near disaster to an epic game winner pretty quickly. Crazy game. It was 4-0 until the final minutes of the second period of period two. In game one, the Kings attacked. They were the aggressor. And then it appeared as the game went on, they were kind of gassed. That's part of why the Oilers made it interesting late. And I mean, looking at the discrepancy, period one and two, they were in full control. 55 minutes, it felt pretty comfortable for the Kings. Sure, Edmonton pushed early. They had their chances, but the Kings dictated the first 40 minutes. For most of the game, I felt it was the most controlled this team has been in the playoffs. In the postseason, they don't award style points. There's only wins and losses. They walked away with the win, but didn't close down the game the way they should have. A part of that, too, I think, was the Kings had 5 forwards who played between 19 and 23 minutes. That could partially explain the third period collapse. This is the playoffs. You got to be able to roll 4 lines in the playoffs. The Los Angeles Kings are a really good team. They are really good and a fun hockey team. Everybody is healthy. The team is at full strength. Really good hockey players. Kuzmenko taps it home, and the Kings strike first. Quentin Byfield with the highlight goal catches the rebound and banks one home from below the goal line. Andre Kempe, one of my favorite players, made it 3-0. But they looked very beatable and completely collapsed in the third period. There's a lot of talent on that team. Here's what I take out of this game. The Los Angeles Kings, out of the minutes they played against the Oilers, had been outplayed in that final period. And you're up 1-0 in this series. You're lucky. You're fortunate you protect home ice advantage and come away with the win last night. I ain't worried about it because this team found a way to get it done and responded when the Oilers scored. When you watch Kings hockey, they grind the tempo, tire opponents on the boards, and limit high danger chances. In the first two periods, they allowed, I believe, 12 shots, and none of them were high danger shots. It didn't seem like there were a lot of high danger chances until Leon Draisaitl scored from McDavid. Then all of a sudden, it was amazing how the switch turned on. It was a crazy turn of events. Here come the Oilers. They stormed back to make it a game. They pecked away and pecked away and pecked away. You get one, you get two, three, and then you're suddenly back in it. Once Corey Perry cut the deficit to 5-3, panic set in, and they literally almost blew it. And I can tell you, Edmonton is feeling more confident than LA after that game. The thing about the Kings is that they won the game, but had to outscore them to do it. That's not the recipe for them to make a long run. It's just not. I'll take the win, but this is a long series. You're watching them give up way too much traffic in front of the net. Let this be a grim reminder that you cannot take your foot off the gas pedal against Edmonton. And yes, all that matters is that LA won the game, but I do think they gave Edmonton hope for this series. That furious comeback bodes well for Edmonton. Hopefully Darcy locks in and the defense tightens up. It's a tough task to take on arguably the best player in the game in Connor McDavid. He's not a human. I don't know what planet he's from, but it's certainly not from here. Last night for him was legendary. His greatness was on display as he was everywhere. 14 slot driving plays against one of the best teams in the league at defending that area. You're watching one guy take on the entire Kings team. McDavid and Draisaitl are fantastic players to watch. I was disappointed in the way it ended, but it was a great game. And in the end, the Kings won, although they threw away big picture momentum. It's a matchup people like to watch, Oilers versus Kings. I just can't see the Kings losing 4 straight years to Edmonton. I just can't see that happening. This is not the near cup caliber team the Oilers had last year, and LA has been great at home all year. I feel pretty good about the LA Kings. And the Kings in particular, let's talk about it. They're really solid at every position. They have home ice, so that's an advantage right there. Basically, and I know this, nobody can stop Connor McDavid, but his team is beatable. Like, when I look at the Kings' overall talent, their healthy bodies, and what they've been capable of all year, I think this year they finally beat Edmonton. And I know you can't argue against the stats. Connor McDavid, 40 points in 19 playoff games against the Kings. Leon Draisaitl, 32 points in 19 playoff games against the Kings. 3-0 in series wins against the Kings. I think they play well in this series versus the Oilers. I think this is a different year. They're not scared of Edmonton. This is going to be a crazy series. Buckle up. Whenever these two teams face each other, it's always compelling and fun. It's never a dull moment. It's always a lot of action. It's a series that we look forward to. I'm going to tell you the truth about this Kings team. They are legit. They've been playing playoff hockey since October and can beat you in a number of ways. So I'm choosing to ignore the stats. Does it look like I care what history says about Edmonton versus LA? We're talking about what the Oilers did in the last 3 postseason meetings. Those stats don't actually reflect reality anymore. It's a different year. It's a stronger Kings team to some degree. I've shut the door on last season. It's a new season now. A new door has opened. And so far, the Kings have entered the door of opportunity with a chance to finally prove themselves and show that they are capable of beating Edmonton. I'm not at all worried. Hey, they got the win. They're a good team at home. They can win game 2 tomorrow night. I think they get it done this year. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate the love and support. I'm getting out of here now, but before I go, I have to remind each and every single one of you, if you guys haven't already, please do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and come back for some of the best sports content out there. I really appreciate y'all. I'm out of here now. You guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I got more great content coming up. I want to talk about the Lakers a little bit more before tonight's game. We'll get to that sometime today as well. But until next time, you guys take care. Have a good day, everyone.